to one of the biggest automotive events in the world, SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Market Association's annual get-together. That's part trade show, part car festival, part rolling art exhibit, and all excitement for automotive enthusiasts. Woo! And this year, Camaro Central is proud to unveil the Rust to Restoration project, a 67 Camaro that was given new life when an old friend picked up the phone back in fall of 2021.
Big Brian from Pawleys Island give me a phone call or a text, I can't remember, and he said, hey, I got a deal for you. It's a 67 Camaro and a 68 Camaro, and I'll bring them up there for like $1,000 or something, you know, and I was like, okay, let's do it.
Rough cars. We built the 68, it wasn't quite as bad as the 67, and he's like, it's kind of fun to do. 67 though, you know, hood's falling in, you could jump in between the deck lid and the quarter panel, there's a hole that big.
The 67 car was the worst car that we've ever had. The 68 car, Dad ended up fixing that car, and it turned out okay. 6 months or a season goes by, and he's like, you know, that 67's looking worse by the minute, and you either need to fix it or sell it. And I wish we would have just sold it.
But it kind of was like, well, let's do it. Let's kind of show people that you can build this car. If you got a first-gen Camaro, the aftermarket's so strong, you don't need to have a body. You can pull the parts off the shelf and do it. So that's what we did. We pulled all the sheet metal directly off of our shelves, mainly, you know, AMD, Dynacorn, some Golden Star, all the pieces. Sent it to a guy in the backwoods, Kentucky, dirt floor shop. In 8 weeks, he brought it back painted. All the parts welded on. It was unbelievable.
We had seen this dude perform pretty fast and done some miracles before, but this was by far the worst one. He even said, you know, hey, I don't want to do another one that bad. You're testing my limits here with this thing. Initially, we were going to try to make this a more budget type deal and kind of use maybe some second-handed pieces and, you know, kind of, you know, try to make it a cost savings type thing. Hey, you can do an LS swap and not, you know, go too crazy. But about 6 months ago, Ben's like, hey, let's go to SEMA and, you know, we'll get some of these vendor suppliers to help us out, and we'll make a really awesome car. Let's go big. You know how Ben is.
So at that point, I was like, well, man, let's get, you know, ARMO and SEMA behind this. So I contacted a lot of our suppliers that are ARMO member companies. We bought a 2010 Camaro for the drivetrain, and we took the LS out of it and a big old transmission, so you could 6L80, big boy. But we thought we could put it in the Camaro. Got with Holly, they gave us everything to make it run. Then we got, you know, with OER, they gave us the glass, the console, anything we really asked for. So we got that. We got with Distinctive Industries. They gave us an interior kit, pre-assembled seats, door panels, headliner, package tray. Got with new relics, got power windows, push up and down, super nice. American Autowear, all the wiring. So we got with all the manufacturers that we represent, a lot of them are ARMO member companies, to help us build this car, and we do little install videos. And in my mind, I was like, well, man, we're gonna try to get this car at the SEMA Show. And this was going on about a year ago, you know, and I really didn't know if we could get that done, but all of a sudden it all kind of came together. The car ended up looking great, sent a couple of renderings to the people at ARMO, and they're like, yeah, we want that car to be an unveiled car.
I said, you're crazy. I said, there's no way, this can't happen. We'll do it for 2026 and it'll be great. And then, of course, you know how Ben is. He's a little persistent.
So the way it all worked out was fantastic. I mean, we were able to show the strength of the aftermarket, what companies like Camaro Central and Farber Central can do by having all that stuff in stock. It's stuff, you know, anybody can do if you have the time, a little bit of knowledge. So that car that was worth nothing ended up at the SEMA Show. It's gonna be a show car.
We wanted to, you know, do a little bit of original, a little bit of custom, kind of touch on both people's perspectives. You know, we can take it to a show and go, well, this is original, and if you kind of want to go, you know, custom, you can go this way here. And, you know, we did automatic, we did air. That way anybody can test drive it, check it out. And some miracles do happen. We've had very unexpected hurdles and speed bumps and things that, you know, always arise. If you ever worked on a classic car, the unexpected is going to happen. But with some patience and some perseverance, you can overcome.
Jerry Fry. The guy's a builder. He's not a mechanic. The guy can build. He really took charge on that car. Everything from the Rally Sport kit, brake kit, in which we took off and we got with Willwood brakes, as the car got a little bit fancier. It all changed when you start building, and you do see that SEMA Show at the end of the tunnel. You're like, well, let's put the best of the best on this car, and that's kind of what we did. So companies like Willwood, Right Stuff gave us a Hydro Boost kit. It's like we had a fancy booster on there. We didn't need it, but it's a brand new item and it matches that kind of build. So we lit a fire under ourselves to get it done. And then, we got to the point though, like, oh, SEMA Show's 2 months out. And that's when it was like, man, we need help because we don't know how to program an LS motor, how to hook up that Terminator Max kit. We got with the EB Speed guys, and those guys really that's what they do. Killed it, knocked it out of the park. Got all the motor running, exhaust in, the Dakota Digital. When you look at it, it's awesome. But when you have a Terminator Max kit, a Dakota Digital, it's got all these controllers and wires, and it's over my head. Man, they made it look simple and put it in, it all works.
The muscle car genre is awesome. I don't care if you're a GTO guy or a Mustang guy or whatever, Pontiac. It takes you back in time. It puts you right back in that high school, junior high, college years, and reaching for the key and wondering if it's going to start, the smell of the fumes. Money can't buy that.
You can do it. You've got that rusted car out, in your backyard. The thing is, it can be done. The parts are available. The aftermarket is so strong, it can be done. You might be like, it's so far gone, it's not worth it, I'm going to junk it. Don't do it. It's a great project if you have like a kid to work with, or your wife's always nagging on you. Get out to the garage, man. Make it last as long as you can. It's honestly fun. If I wasn't always upstairs in the office trying to make this place run, I'd be over there turning wrenches, wiping stuff off, buffing it. I love it. Installing new parts, unbelievable. The joy of opening up a box, pulling a part out and putting it on the car is unbelievable. We learned a lot. We learned a lot about the parts we sell. Not everything comes out of the box, goes right on. You might have to ream a hole out, bend this tab back. Nothing's perfect, but I tell you what, it works. It might take a little ingenuity. Take your time and you can make it work.
Basically everything on that car, 95% came out of this building. So that's pretty cool. The most rewarding piece of this puzzle is being on the show floor, getting to see people, getting to shake people's hands, getting to see their reaction, get to have some conversation and, strengthen those relationships.
Really, I hope we don't let anybody down, like all the sponsors and everybody that helped out. I hope that car being on the SEMA show floor in the ARMO booth and seeing their part on it is worth it. That is the main thing. Like, we could have pulled the same parts off our shelf and put it on. Of course, we would have bought them at the wholesale cost and put it on. But for these guys to put a little bit of equity in it by giving us those parts, I think a letdown will really hurt me. But I have a feeling once everybody sees this car on the SEMA floor and see all their parts on it, Eddie Motorsports' booth is right over here. Holly's booth is right over here. Distinctive's booth's right over here. OER's booth's over here. Relic's got a booth. Steel Rubber. All those guys can just walk people down and show them their product on a done car. That's where it's going to pay off. And hopefully, those guys will be like, hey, you did a great job. Thank you for doing it. And it's a win-win for both. We get a killer car. We learned a lot. We get to tell people about their product. So using that product was great. But to see that product done on a car at the SEMA show, priceless.
All right. Thank you, sir. You do so good.
Good job.